what would it be like to ask friends who've influenced me so greatly, like this one right here, friends who I've seen walk in freedom. And I know freedom looks different for all of us, and so I thought, why don't we start a little series, the couch series in my living room. I'm so excited.
And what an honor it is
here.
to sit on Rebecca's couch and to be with my sweet friend. I love this woman right here.
And then the dogs, you know, they kind of, they see a party and they have to get
And we have to introduce them.
Yes, the extras in the show. This is Flora, and she's blind right now because she needs a haircut. Flora. And Trevi, who's named after the Trevi fountain in Rome. This one's named after Café de Flora in France, but then Kennedy was only 4 when we got them, and she's like, Flora, like the princess in Sleeping Beauty. I'm like, or that. So yeah, Trevi and Flora, siblings from the get-go.
That's awesome.
Anyways, yeah.
I love their European names.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds
so
chic.
inspired,
Yes.
right? Anyways, so we thought I'm so excited that you're here and grateful, and I would just love to know if you had to answer one question, what does freedom mean to you?
Great question. You know, one of my favorite places in the world is Israel, and we've traveled to the Holy Land several times together, which has been such an honor.
Awesome.
And we have to give a shout out to Ann Boston.
I know.
So we're missing her today.
I know.
But one of my most favorite places in the Holy Land, and I've been there 7 times in the past 2 years. So I guess if you're going to have a good life obsession, that's not a bad one to have,
right? Yeah.
But one of my favorite places, actually, I just got to go on one of my last trips, and it's in the West Bank, so many tours and trips don't go there. But it's a profound spot that has deep meaning in both the Old Testament and in the New Testament, and it's Jacob's Well. It's located in the biblical place is Shechem. And, of course, there's so much in the Old Testament that happened there, and I could go on a tangent about that. But one of the things that happened in the New Testament is we know that Jesus went to Jacob's Well. It says he had to go there. And he had a profound encounter with a woman there at Jacob's Well. And we know because water sources don't move, that literally, as you're standing in the location of Jacob's Well, you could draw a 6-foot radius around the well and know without a shadow of a doubt that Jesus, the Savior of the world, my Lord, your amazing Christ, right? That he stood right there. And so as I'm there, I'm thinking of the story of his conversation with the woman at the well, and I'm thinking about the nature of how she came in and her encounter with Jesus and how she left. She came in a rejected woman. And I know that because she came to the well alone, and that wouldn't have been the natural routine of a woman of that day. And she came at an odd time, and we know this part of the story for sure. And we know that Jesus had an encounter with her, had a conversation with her, and it so moved her that she left, and instead of being alone, she ran back to probably the people who had rejected her, judged her, made her an outcast. And said, come and meet the man who just told me everything I ever did. And that was her great evangelistic message, but she was one of the first evangelists.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
It's so amazing, the profound difference of how she came to that well and how she left the well, and then she returned to the well, bringing people, and Jesus stayed for days. And what a neat story. So freedom to me, as I sat in that very location, and I was thinking about what happened there. This isn't a story in the Bible. This is real. I mean, it really, really happened. And I couldn't let the moment escape without asking myself the question, what message of freedom does Jesus have for me personally? Like, I've been a Christian for a long time. I've been following Jesus, teaching his word, visiting the Holy Land. But what is a place in my life? Just, Lord, reveal to me one place where I need to apply the depth of your message like never before, so that I can find freedom. Freedom to me is you come to Jesus one way, you encounter his truth, and then you leave a new way. That's freedom.
Right, absolutely.